Okay, so if you don't know, you know now that I have Caribbean in my blood. Okay? That's my fake West Indian accent. So, what I'm gonna do is season up this porgy. Now you can use snapper. However, the snappers was really big, so I went and got some porgies, and we are gonna nicely season these up. So I'm using some dry seasonings, fish seasoning, and then I'm gonna show y'all. This is what is gonna give it that. You feel me? That. So you want to take your green onions. I call them scallions. You may call them green onions, and we're gonna slice those up along with our bell peppers and our garlic. And I like to make a green seasoning for all my meats, my fish. And yeah, I'm telling y'all, this is the way to go. Especially when you let it sit overnight and marinate. What? So good, okay? I gotta work on them accents, y'all. Okay, so in the meantime, while we are cutting and preparing, you want to go ahead and nicely make that pot hot. We want it on medium hot. We want that oil to be hot when we are ready to throw that fish in. And then I'm taking my tomatoes. And look, y'all, let the blender do the magic. Don't judge my blender. I'm using my baby bullet because it comes in handy. And I placed a little bit of water so that it can be easier to nicely chop up those vegetables. And that's what I'm talking about. This is where the seasoning comes in at. So you just want to lather that fish on up. Y'all. By now, you should be smelling the flavor of the peppers and the cilantro, whatever. You can throw any vegetable in there. It just comes out so good. So I let mine sit for about 30 minutes because I'm in a rush and I'm very hungry and I have a 2-year-old. So we are going to nicely fry that fish. Make sure your oil is not on medium high. We want it on just a medium heat. And honestly, I'm going to let this cook for about 6 minutes on each side. And I had to go ahead and cut the tails off because the fish is too big and the tails wasn't going to cook evenly. So I cut them off and threw them in a pot as well. Now, what pairs well with stew fish besides white rice? Of course, you got to make it rice and peas or peas and rice. Whatever you want to call it. Now, my nana would kill me. She's St. Lucian, and if she see me using pigeon peas straight out the can, she would kill me. So, sorry, Nana, but I was in a rush and didn't feel like soaking the peas and, So, I'm using the pigeon peas, and it has coconut milk in it, so it has that nice flavoring. And then I'm taking my burnt sugar. This is going to give it that nice brown kind of color. And we're going to mix this up. You can use water or you can use chicken stock. And we're going to let this now come to a boil and sizzle up. And of course, you got to add your bay leaves. That's just going to give it that, Now, so the fish is nice and ready to go. So what I'm going to do is take that fish out that oil. And now we're going to prepare our stew. The stew, tomatoes, and we are going to make a nice tomato sauce. So with that oil, as still, while it's nice and hot, you want to put in your vegetables, your onions, your scallions, your garlic, and your peppers. And your tomatoes. I know you guys are sick of this fake ass accent. And I'm taking the canned diced tomato, and it has basil, garlic, and oregano. So it's like that nice flavor for our stew. And we're just gonna let this simmer. And right now the house should be smelling good. Okay, it should be smelling so good right now because the aroma of all these flavors and that tomato is just gonna bring it out. And now you could place back in your fish, and we are gonna let this sit for 20 minutes. Now honestly, everything is already ready to go, but now we just want our fish to be coated with thyme. And I'm telling you, just the flavors of everything. Like, the longer it sits, the more that fish is going to be seasoned with that sauce. And there you have it. We have stew fish. The rice and peas is ready. The stew fish is ready with the tomatoes. And, of course, we got to fry some plantains with some avocado on the side. And now the meal is complete. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow my Instagram, Dash of Blanco. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And I appreciate you so much for the support. Peace out.